What's good, UITBC? What's good, fight fans? Boxing heads around the world. B Marsh with another boxing video. I'm about to get into one of those controversial decisions fights in my controversial decision series. You know what I'm saying? I want to big up to my man's Beaneezy. You know what I'm saying? My man Beaneezy. Um, you check it. One time we was watching some fight. I can't remember what we was watching. You know what I mean? And there was like one of the scorecards was terrible. You know what I'm saying? I can't even remember which it was. You know what I'm saying? I'd made a remark like, basically like, what fight would they watch, and basically like, what fight would the judges watching? You know what I mean? So my man B Neezy plugged me onto the idea. That's what maybe I should call my controversial decision series. You know what I'm saying? But that's something to consider. You know what I mean? Big up to my man B Neezy for putting me onto that idea. You check it, you gotta give credit where it's due, you know what I mean? You gotta quote your source and cite your sources. You check what I'm saying? So, anyways, this is the fight right here. This is Juan Manuel Marquez versus versus Manny Pacquiao. This is the third fight. You know what I'm saying? The man Manny Pacquiao at this particular time, I believe what it was he. I think this was for the welterweight fight. I think this was for Manny Pacquiao's WBO title. You know what I'm saying? And the man Manny Pac. I'm sorry, Juan Manuel Marquez. This guy was what was he, a lightweight at the time? You know what I mean? He still was the unified and the linear and ring magazine champion at lightweight when he held the WBC and the WBO. Was it WBO? WBC and WBO belt, if I'm not mistaken, at lightweight. You know what I'm saying? So this particular fight, this was the third time these guys were meeting, you know what I'm saying? The first two fights were kind of controversial, you know what I'm saying? The first fight was a draw. Definitely was a draw. And the second fight, Manny Pacquiao won a split decision, you know what I'm saying? Arguably he lost both of them, you know what I'm saying? But that's for another story. We dealing this with right here with this Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez 3. You know what I'm saying? And this was a good fight, man. This was actually, man. To be honest, man, this is a classic. This is a classic in a modern day. What do you call it? It ain't a trilogy. They fought four times. You know what I'm saying? These guys. This was a classic matchup right here. You know what I'm saying? The four fights will be remembered excuse me, in boxing history. Excuse me. They'll be remembered in boxing history. You know what I'm saying? As something like Sugar Ray Leonard and what's his name? I said Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson and Jake LaMotta. You know what I'm saying? So this was a fight right here. The third one was pretty interesting and exciting, and let's get into it, man. Round one, in my opinion, was a feeling out round. You know what I'm saying? It was a feeling out round. Manny Pacquiao did land some punches in there, and so did Marquez. Marquez mostly landed some body shots. You know what I'm saying? And what's his name? Manny Pacquiao. He landed some jabs in there. And he landed a couple double jabs in the left hand. You know what I'm saying? So in that particular round, I gave it to Manny Pacquiao. And round two, the man Marquez, you know what I'm saying? He was definitely more active. I thought he landed cleaner punches in that round, he had a nice combo where he split the guard, nice eye-catching combo that split the guard, and definitely had Marquez winning that round. Even round three, you know what I'm saying? Marquez was definitely more active, you know what I'm saying? Threw more body shots, threw a vicious 1-2 that caught the man, Manny Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao did happen to counter him with a right hand, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the round, actually, in that particular round, I thought Marquez was more active and did more work in round three. But the man Manny Pacquiao, and he does. I've seen him do this in other fights too. He has a habit of trying to steal rounds. You know what I'm saying? coming in with the flurries, probably with the last 15, 10 seconds or so left, you know what I'm saying, especially, you know, to rile up the crowd, you know what I'm saying, and that's exactly what he did at the end of round 3, you know what I'm saying. He landed some beautiful punches, you know, some eye-catching punches at the end of round 3, but I can't ignore the work that the man Marquez did for the whole round. Like I said, he was more active, landed body shots, you know, landed a beautiful 1-2, you know what I'm saying. So I definitely gave Marquez round 3, even though Pacquiao did finish off strong, you know what I'm saying. Round 4, I gave it to Manny Pacquiao. You know, cleaner shots for Manny Pacquiao. You know, he threw some straight left hands. You know what I'm saying? You know, without setting it up with the jab, just straight up and down a left hand. You know, and that's something Manny Pacquiao could do. You know what I'm saying? You know, his hand speed is fast. You know what I'm saying? So the man could just be right in front of you. Ask Ricky Hatton, man. Ricky Hatton caught about 15 of them left hands without even Manny Pacquiao throwing a jab in just the 2 rounds that they fought. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I gave Manny Pacquiao that particular round 4. Cleaner shot, straight left hand. You know, he caught a lot of punches on his gloves too, you know what I mean? Marquez hit everywhere on the body, you know what I'm saying? Um, but not too many headshots in that round, you know what I mean? That's why I gave it more to Manny Pacquiao for that in that round. But Marquez did have one headshot, you know what I'm saying? A nice headshot with a right hand, you know, off the 1-2, but he got countered, you know what I mean? So you know, Manny Pacquiao countered it, you know, and round 5, I gave it to Marquez. You know what I'm saying? He threw the jabs to the stomach, and he was throwing the jabs to the stomach. He definitely had more body work in this fight, more body work than the man Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Threw threw the jab to the stomach. You know what I'm saying? A nice jab to the stomach, followed up by an uppercut. You know what I'm saying? And then he threw a 1-2, a vicious 1-2, bang bang, followed up with the with the jab, like a left hand, but that joint was like it was like a power shot, you know what I'm saying? Cause the 2-1-2s, they backed Manny Pacquiao up, you know what I'm saying? They split the guard, you know what I'm saying? When Manny had the high guard, but that Manny didn't expect one more left hand coming in, and it was a beautiful eye-catching punch. And you know, in my opinion, that's like I said, I gave Marquez this round. You know what I'm saying? He was catching Pacquiao with numerous right hands. You know what I'm saying? Numerous right hands, and you know, Pacquiao was more on the defensive in round 5, barely throwing any punches. You know what I'm saying? Mostly got his high guard up. If you've ever seen any highlights of this particular fight, you know, when in this particular fight of Manny Pacquiao, you know, just some short clips, whatever, even if it's maybe from HBO or something, you're going to notice them particular punches that Manny Pacquiao was getting caught with clean, that was rocking his head back. That was from that round right there, round 5, you know what I mean? Round 6, I gave it to Pacquiao. You know, he was throwing his double jabs, followed up by the left hand. He had a nice flurry on the man, Marquez, that backed Marquez on the ropes. And then, you know, he was throwing mad punches, you know what I'm saying? But then Marquez got off the ropes because he countered him with the left hand, you know what I'm saying, to get out of harm's way after he had got caught with numerous punches by Pacquiao on the ropes, you know what I mean? And, you know, the man, Marquez did catch the man with a nice double right hand and body shots, you know what I'm saying, in that particular round. You know, that's the credit I gave him for that round, even though I gave Pacquiao winning the round, you know what I'm saying. You know, he definitely did more work in that round. Round 7, I gave it to Marquez, you know what I mean? Left hook, flurries, and right hands, you know what I'm saying, and body shots. Pacquiao had some, Manny Pacquiao's a guy who can punches from different angles, you know what I'm saying? And he had some unorthodox leaping left hands in that, you know what I'm saying? They kind of caught the man Marquez off guard, like, I mean, you know, Pacquiao was on the side of him and he just leaped in, you know. Whenever in this particular fight, one thing you got to pay attention to is the footwork, you know. Whoever had the footwork, Manny Pacquiao is a southpaw. And Juan Manuel Marquez is an orthodox fighter, you know what I'm saying? And whoever had the advantage of having their foot, you know what I'm saying, they lead foot on the outside. They definitely had a straight beeline punch to the guy's face. Whether it was Manny Pacquiao, if he had his lead right foot on the outside of Juan Manuel Marquez's left foot, he would have straight left hand punches, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa, you know what I'm saying? So whoever had the foot on the outside definitely had the advantage. And there were plenty of times, like right there, you just seen Manny Pacquiao did step on the man, what's his name? Juan Manuel Marquez foot, you know what I'm saying? You check it. Um, okay, round eight. Round eight, I had Marquez, winning. He had the cleaner shots, even though Pacquiao was more active. You know what I'm saying? He missed a lot of shots. You know what I mean? He was swinging and hitting nothing but air. In round eight, it looked kind of like Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao just couldn't catch Marquez, you know what I'm saying? Even though he was active, just like Manny Pacquiao was more active than Floyd was in they fight, you know what I mean? But he just missed so many punches, man. Just so many punches. There was no rhyme or rhythm in his offensive attack, you know what I'm saying, against Mayweather. And that's what it looked like in this particular fight, you know what I mean? In that particular round. Round 9 was the most exciting round, in my opinion. I gave it to Marquez. There was a mini slugfest, you know what I'm saying? These guys were throwing bombs, you know what I mean, at each other, just throwing punches. Left, right, kind of hooks, you know what I mean? Marquez had a nice 1-2 and the uppercut, you know what I mean? And he caught Manny Pacquiao with 2 straight uppercuts, you know what I mean? Manny Pacquiao, again, like I said, he had a few punches in there, and he did catch him, but he also missed numerous punches. Round 10, I gave it to Marquez, you know what I'm saying? There was a headbutt involved in round 10, you know what I mean? And Marquez was just catching the man. He had his outside foot on him. He had his lead left foot on the outside, you know what I'm saying, of Manny Pacquiao's right foot, and he was catching him with numerous right hands. And Manny Pacquiao, I ain't gonna lie, he's a sucker for a right hand, you know what I'm saying? And that was one of the main reasons why I thought, Manny Pacquiao would lose to Mayweather, because, the right hands, that was a problem that he couldn't solve with the man Marquez. And I just thought Mayweather and still do if he's fighting, he has probably the best right hand in boxing, you know what I mean? His right hand, he uses that to perfection, and I thought the man Marquez, he does it well too, and he gave Pacquiao problems, and I thought that would be an advantage, and sure enough it was, you know what I mean? So, from that headbutt, the man Pacquiao's cut above the right eye, you know what I'm saying? He's bleeding above the right eye, you know what I mean? From that headbutt. So, in round 11, I gave Pacquiao, even though it was a swing round, I gave it to Pacquiao, you know what I mean? I thought he landed more punches. He definitely landed more punches, even if he wasn't so active in that particular round. You know what I mean? And then round 12, you know what I'm saying. I also gave round 12. I gave it to Pacquiao too. You know what I mean? So in this particular fight, I had the man Marquez winning 115 to 113. You know what I mean? 7 rounds to 5. You know what I mean? I thought it was a robbery. I didn't see Manny Pacquiao winning this fight. And in this particular fight, I remember I was definitely rooting for the man Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Manny Pacquiao had been on a nice string of victories. You know what I'm saying? I think he had just came off of beating Shane Mosley. You know what I'm saying? Before he fought Marquez. You know what I'm saying? He had beaten guys like Cotto. You know what I mean? So, this was a fight that that I was definitely rooting for Manny Pacquiao. But, I had to score it how I saw it. And I always thought that man Marquez got robbed in this fight. You know what I mean? And, in my opinion, I think the boxing guys or the boxing judges, the next fight after this, Manny Pacquiao, I think he fought Timothy Bradley. You know what I'm saying? He fought Tim Bradley, a fight that I thought Manny Pacquiao did win, 7 rounds to 5. You know what I'm saying? But that's a fight they gave to Timothy Bradley. You know what I'm saying? Karma's a MF. You know what I mean? But I think the karma was straight off the fact, that they had definitely robbed Marquez. You know what I'm saying? So, in this particular fight, it was a good fight. If you guys seen the fight, let me know who you guys scored the fight for. You know what I'm saying? This is a good fight. It was one of the best fights to me. All four of they fights are classic fights in my opinion. You know what I mean? The first fight was classic, how Marquez came back from them 3 knockdowns in the first round. The second fight was a close fight, you know what I'm saying? Marquez got dropped by Pacquiao, but Marquez again came back. There was a lot of blood in that fight. You know what I'm saying? The third fight right here was a good fight by Marquez, but they ain't give him the victory. And we already know about the fourth fight, man. It was a classic, beautiful fight. where Pacquiao was going for blood. You know, he drew blood. He had got dropped. He dropped Marquez. It was a back and forth fight. But let me know in the comments before, and then Manny Pacquiao got put to bed. So let me know in the comments section who you thought won this fight. I had Marquez winning. So seven rounds to 5. So this is B March Boxing, and thanks for listening. Peace.